Welcome to episode 162 of The Endless Stream. I'm Aidan, and this week I'm joined by Kevin. We are two artists, illustrators, filmmakers, and all-round shit talkers, and each week we take some of the endless stream of content brought to you through Netflix, Hulu, Disney+, Spotify, the cinema, wherever you get your content. We take a chunk of it, we watch it, and we talk about it. This week, we are in the car, driving to Cork, in a very buzzy, weird, tinny-sounding episode that you may or may not dig. We stuck the mics on, we recorded, we chatted, we talked fast food, we talked movies, we talked Marvel, we talked the boys, we talked the stuff we got up to at Brian's birthday. Maybe we don't do that. Maybe we don't talk about that. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the episode. Bear with us. We will have a normal episode again next week where the audio is a little bit sharper. But in the meantime, please enjoy this episode of The Endless Stream 162, the Carcast.
You're recording?
Yep.
And I guess, let's just give it some silence. And we can now talk away.
Carcast.
The Endless Stream Carcast Extravaganza. We are en route to Brian's birthday party.
The real capital of the world.
That's not...
Carc, boy.
Carc. We're heading to Carc.
We're heading to Carc, boy.
Where it's all downhill to Carc, isn't that what they say?
I don't know.
That's what I say. Dublin. Dublin.
Dublin. Dublin. Dublin. The real capital of the world.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Let's make it very... not nationalist. What are we? Countyist?
Countyist?
Regionist? Provincist?
Provinces?
We're leaving Leinster, heading towards Munster.
Yep.
We got great plans for the evening. There's going to be cake. There's going to be booze. There's going to be cake. If you know what I'm saying.
And more booze.
Booze.
I don't know where we're eating. Do you know where we're eating?
Not a notion.
I can't remember.
But we just ate a Burger King burger.
Yep.
So we've eaten.
Smaller than, I'd say smaller than palm size.
It was a moderately sized burger that came in at about 12,000 calories.
And you pay for the calories.
You are paying for the calories.
Paying for the calories.
Yeah.
That's where they get you.
That's where they get you.
Yeah.
This is going to be a long 3-hour podcast.
Yep.
That just gets quieter and lower energy as we go on.
Yes.
It's a beautiful drizzly summer day. Fucking summer this year has been not great.
Well,
Am I wrong?
I don't know. I'm not mad about it if it is not great. I've been on lockdown.
Huh?
I've been on lockdown.
Oh, okay.
Or looking after the doggo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to keep that head facing that mic.
I know. I'm trying to.
Yeah, you looked at me for a minute. Who knows what we heard?
But I know I've been deprived of the summer this year, so I'm not entirely angry. But apparently, this summer and the next couple of summers are going to be shit. And then global warming will kick in and we'll have nice summers or something.
We've got it down to a 2-summer projection.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, the science is getting really good at telling us how fucked we are ecologically.
Yeah. Oh, did I tell you I watched that movie, Humane? Did I watch that one?
Do you want to figure out putting it there or something if you're going to keep turning your head towards me?
Yes, fair. I'm a conversationalist. I can't help it.
Yeah, no, it's a very natural position. It's fucking weird getting them to point at you, isn't it? It fell immediately towards me.
1 second. There we go.
Yeah, that looks alright.
That's alright.
I never know just how sensitive these things are, or if they're not, or if they're going to work fine or whatever, which I just try and project a little.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to project.
Project to the back of the room.
Project!
You watched that movie Humane?
Humane. Sandy, I want to say, what was his name? Sandy Cohen from The OC?
I never watched The OC.
Oh, you missed out on a great show.
Yeah?
You were probably too old for it. It was the perfect time for me.
What went on?
In The OC.
Which one of them had a sort of vaguely comic book association?
Oh, The OC.
Really?
I think it was Seth Cohen?
Was it just one of them was a fan of comics?
Yes, yeah, I want to become a comic book artist and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. It was great at the time because I also wanted to become a comic book artist. And if I said that to somebody, they'd be like, "You're a fucking freak." But then everybody would love the OC, and if I said it, people were just like, "Oh yeah, that's cool."
Okay, it got normalized.
Got normalized. Humane is a 2004 movie starring Jay Baruchel, Emily Hampshire, Peter Gallagher, Enrico Colantoni, and the list goes on. You'd know Jay Baruchel from things. Emily Hampshire is from Schitt's Creek. She owns the hotel. And Peter Gallagher was Sandy Cohen, I think, in the OC. And then Enrico Colantoni, whatever, is what was that really good TV show back in the day? Veronica Mars' father.
Oh yeah. What's his name?
Enrico Colantoni.
All right.
Or Bob, as he was referred to in this movie.
Okay. All right.
And the premise of the movie is, in the wake of an environmental collapse that has forced humanity to shed 20% of its population, a family dinner erupts into chaos when the father's plan to enlist in the government's new euthanasia program goes horribly awry.
When the father's plan to enlist them in a euthanasia
enlist
program?
himself in the government's new euthanasia program, because the government, they want to shed 20% of the population, and America have kind of turned to kind of the prison system, and then I think the elderly and the sick and all that kind of stuff, and now they're kind of like doing open enlisting, like that if you euthanize yourself,
volunteer,
you get $150,000 for your family.
150.
Yeah,
doesn't sound like a lot.
I mean,
it's not nothing.
It's not nothing. I mean, I'd hope my parents would do it for me.
And what humane way would you want them to off themselves?
Oh, they get injected and they're all like chill in the bed and they're surrounded by their family and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this a complete fucking downer of a film? Or?
No. It's like a kind of, I don't know what you call it. Like, I don't know if you call it a horror, but it's like a kind of, what would you call it? Thriller.
I guess in the same way that Gattaca is a sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
This is, I guess it's kind of sci-fi.
It's a horror thriller.
Okay.
But it is enjoyable. It is good. I
can take the debit card out of that thing. There you go. Did it in one. Man knows the cards by touch.
Yes. Hey, that's your mom's name.
No, it is not. you motherfucker.
But I was going to say to you,
I'm on the verge of the Tiger King.
Yes.
I'm never going to recover from this financially.
I'm never recovering from this financially. Which is hilarious. But it was. I can't remember who was on to that, but yeah, good movie. Good. Well, it was decent enough, interesting enough.
Did Emer watch it too?
Yes. Yeah. She liked it.
She liked it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I was looking at something the other day, and I was going I think it was Vanished in the Night or something like that, and it's a foreign language movie on Netflix. And I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. And I put on the trailer, and it was just like, some people like kidnapped some gang kidnapped the kids of some wealthy person, and they're like, we want 150,000 euros, and it's just like 150,000 euros is nothing. No, I'd be upset if someone like kidnapped me and was trying to ransom me to my family, and all they were asking for 150,000.
Okay, well we've said the same number here.
That's what reminded me of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so by that measure, should your man be asking for more money to off himself for his family?
Well, I was just saying, I feel like I'm worth more than 150,000, and if I was kidnapped and that was a ransom demand, I'd be disappointed. But if a family member wanted to euthanize themselves and I got 150,000 for it, I wouldn't be complaining. But it has no, it's all perks for me in that sense.
Right.
I'm not gonna give some horses them out.
Nor should you.
But if someone wants to ransom me for 150,000, I'd be upset.
Okay. We got a toll coming up here. Oh, fuck me. Where did I put that card?
I have it. You never give. I never.
You
never
have
give
it.
it.
I thought you gave it to me. Driving is stressful.
Yeah.
When's the last time you were in Cork?
A couple of months ago, for the Maeve Rave.
The Maeve Rave.
The Maeve Rave.
Somebody's birthday named Maeve?
Christening.
Huh?
It was a christening
Oh, okay.
for a baby named Maeve. Sorry.
For a baby named Rave.
For a baby named Maeve that turned into a surprise wedding.
Well, we've arrived at a toll, one of Ireland's many gorgeous toll plazas, blessed with 10 lanes, 12 lanes of smooth asphalt and technologically advanced
The peak in
parabolic suspended arches.
yes,
Are those words correct?
automation,
Oh.
automotive.
Yeah, I always like to go to the kiosk with the cashier.
Well, you're just desperate for any sort of
Human interaction.
That's not your mother.
Can we stop this line of questioning?
I'm not questioning about if you're not.
What?
What?
What is happening? Is the school around the corner just the same? We'll be right back after these minutes. I'm good now, and yourself? Thank you.
We have a guest in the show, toll operator number 2,
Yeah, and I heard day's going well.
and our day's going well.
It's good to know.
Better than mine.
Better than yours.
I'm stuck in the car with you.
Oh.
It's true.
But you volunteered to distribute. Oh, wait, that wasn't a happy scenario, was it?
Speaking of happy scenarios,
Happy scenario.
I watched a movie last night with Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien, was it?
Did you see all this new cap stuff?
Yeah.
And then apparently if you go like this.
I don't like this. I haven't made that work.
No, it didn't work.
I don't think that works. You're just tearing the lids off of things. I think there's one version of that cap that's got enough play in it that can work, but I don't know that it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Do you object to the non-removable cap?
No, I don't reject it at all. I just think you think like it's 2024, like we've invented everything, like it's done. We're done.
Yeah.
But and you think like you can't really innovate any further with the bottle lid.
Yeah.
And then they go and do something like that, they blow your mind.
Yeah, I think there's still room to improve on it.
There's room to improve on it, yeah.
But I was thinking about it in terms of why have I given it this much thought? I remember watching a 15-minute video once on Vimeo, probably, or YouTube, about the development of the aluminium can ring pull.
Oh yeah, go on. Fascinating.
Because when you think about this, and that's where I went with it. We've had a shift in our day-to-day bottle usage practices. And when you look at the aluminium can, I mean, when they started packing things like that, you would have a bottle opener that would push down into the thing, creating a hole in the aluminium top to open. So
Yes.
you can still find old bottle openers that aren't just the little lifty thing, but you've got ones that have the little... It's a hook and a spike. I'd have to show you an example of it, but the spike pushes in and opens the thing for you.
Yeah.
Then we had the pull tab, which would peel away the top.
Yes.
And it's kind of funny because you see that sort of ring pull in...
Canned goods?
well, I was going to say you do see it in canned goods, but there's like a simpler version, like a softer piece of aluminium where the whole thing would come away as a strip. And you see it in like old cartoons. Like I remember looking at Tom and Jerry's and Warner's cartoons of like that sort of thing.
I want to say there is a brand of like ginger beer or ginger ale or something that still has that kind of like little ring pull that you put on the cap and it comes off.
But when you really get into like the engineering on like a Coca-Cola can, it's kind of funny because you don't think about it, but when you pull the cap, the first thing that happens is there's a small puncture that happens, a little circular pivot around it moves first, and you get that And that's your first release of gas and pressure before you push through into the secondary thing. And the thing holds on. So there's a whole process of engineering there to first relieve pressure, let some gas out, and then open the thing. And it doesn't pull away. Like, it was intentional to stop the waste of just ring tabs or ring pulls being put all over the fucking world.
Yeah.
And we've basically reached another one of those moments in the
plastic bottle world.
In the product design world of things. It's like the...
You're
tired myself.
You're even boring yourself.
It's like when we moved from the tear open Tetra Pak to the plastic screw top Tetra Pak in milk. So, you know, I think it's one of these things that people object to immediately, but we'll get very used to very quickly, and it'll just be life.
Yeah, like I've only noticed it in the last couple of weeks, and now I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it happened, and then someone commented saying like they'll never get used to these and they hate them. And I was just like, you're giving it too much thought. But then, you know, after talking to you, maybe a lot of people give it too much thought.
I opened a bottle of fruit juice there a few minutes ago, and I noted to myself that how I've already got a little like practice to it. How I open it, pull back again until it locks on itself behind it, and then turn the thing a quarter turn to the right so that it's out of the way of my nose when I lift. Like, I've already got a process. Have you got any other processes?
No.
Processes?
No.
Any rituals around? Don't act exasperated as if you weren't just talking to me about it.
No, but you went too far.
I didn't. I've got
too much.
I'm formalizing my practice.
So do I have any? Do I have any?
When I go to a Burger King,
Yeah.
let's start with McDonald's. When I go to McDonald's, I'll tend to order a 9-piece nugget meal,
Oh, interesting.
and then I'll throw in a Euro Saver cheeseburger
Yeah, I can understand
as
that.
a little side dish.
Yeah.
The burger sits in its little box or its wrapper on its own. But I take the nugget box, open it in half, put the fries in the box,
Yeah.
take the fry box, split the seams, turn it around so that the interior where the fries had been is now facing outward.
Mm-hmm.
Take the widest part of that and stick it under the nuggets box alongside it. So I've got left nuggets, right fries, and then under the box, the fry box, onto which I dispense the ketchup sachets.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So I've got this little ketchup plate.
You have a condiment plate.
Exactly. Because I'm using the interior of the box because that's the side of the box that hasn't been held by the staff member as they hand me the fries.
Oh, interesting.
The only thing that's been in contact with it is food stuff at that point.
Yeah.
And then I will work through the meal and then have the little burger as a dessert and then a drink.
But I do the whole thing, like, say, because I'm not a chicken nugget person.
Oh.
I think they are bland and overrated.
Oh.
I do indulge. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think I really ate McDonald's chicken nuggets until like much later in my life.
Well, the thing is, yes, they're a plain flavored meat, but it's also like I think if I were really asked or pushed on the flavor profile of a McDonald's burger, I'm not really savoring the beef there either. You know.
Fair.
A lot of what could convince a person to become vegetarian is simply the concept that meat is a delivery platform for sauces.
Yeah, fair. Everything that makes meat taste good is plant-based.
Is plant-based, yeah. It's
and it really is.
I'm not going out of my way to eat singularly meats.
No. Singular, unseasoned, undressed. Meats.
Unmarinated.
Unmarinated, not for me.
Not for you.
Not for me. I will like, you know, if I have like chicken fillets at home or something and I'm making something really basic, I will absolutely marinate that meat, even if it's for like an hour.
Absolutely marinate that meat.
I will marinate that meat. I'll get all up in there.
I will.
With some sort of concoction.
Baste those
beefy
patties.
But no, I just do the regular thing of where you open up for example, you grab Burger King, McDonald's. I haven't had a McDonald's in a long time. And then a customer of mine during the week gave me a McDonald's wrap, which I'd never had before.
Interesting.
It was sizable. It was probably like bigger than the burger we just ate, for sure.
I mean, Was it good?
I wouldn't be going. Like, it was fine. It was good. It was tasty, but I wouldn't be going out there to buy another one or anything like that anytime soon. McDonald's are complicit in the genocide of Palestine.
All of the McDonald's?
Well, I believe McDonald's is being boycotted by people who are boycotting industries that are complicit in the genocide of Palestine.
Okay.
Starbucks for another one.
I thought I saw. I could be wrong here. I thought the McDonald's being franchised to individuals made it a sort of case by case scenario. That McDonald's itself isn't. But maybe I'm just trying to, justify my consumptions.
Yes. But no, I just split up in a burger box and dumped the fries on one side and eat the burger and have the burger on the other side. You know that?
I just heard. I know you said split open the burger box, but I heard I just split up in the burger box and then have the burger. And I was like,
Yeah, no one needs
what
to.
is this? The fly?
Yeah.
Are you pre-digesting?
Burgers are the outfit. I saw a video of what it would be like if you were actually swallowed by a whale. And those stomach acids, they'll fuck you up.
Really?
Yep, and if the stomach acids don't, you'll suffocate for the lack of oxygen.
Well, I figured suffocation was going to come into it and eventual digestion. But is the stomach acid in a whale strong enough and in enough quantity that you'd actively burn?
In this scientific reenactment, would you say, or what would you say? Scientific.
The hypothetical, anyway.
Yes. Yeah. The guy got melted straight away.
Yikes!
Because he fell into it, up to his chest, and then all that started to bubble and melt, and some of it splashed on his face and stuff. It was gross.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. That was the most upsetting part of that Shogun show.
I didn't see it.
Did you not?
No, I do want to watch it. Someone got swallowed by a whale, or is it the torture scene at the start?
It's in the first episode. A human being gets boiled alive, and the guy is kind of waiting to see how long it takes him to die,
Yeah, that's
or
sad.
how he acts towards the death.
That's sad.
Wild, as
Wild.
you say. Ooh,
Wild.
Rolls Royce.
That's a nice roll.
5 SRR English.
Probably shouldn't be calling out someone's number plate on.
5 SRR. Why? What can
I
happen?
don't know. You always just see people that are unblocking their, or not unblocking their, blurring their registration, or
Right.
that kind of stuff.
GDP 5 RR.
But yeah. That's the one. Well, yeah. Oh yeah, I watched a movie last night with Conan O'Brien. It was
Is that
called
the
Please Don't Destroy.
Please Don't Destroy
Yeah.
movie, I was going to say.
Yeah, a little bit over it. I get the feeling they're a lot of it is trying to be improv,
Interesting.
but it just turns into kind of.
Was it no good?
No, look, it was
Was it no
Watchable.
good? Okay.
It was watchable. Conan O'Brien's great in it, and some of the bits and bobs in it are funny, but some of it's a little bit OTT,
Yeah. I haven't been able to maybe it's just because I'm old now.
You are old.
Old now.
You're such a
So
40?
that's still. I think very much of the Lonely Island digital short era as a golden age of SNL skitzeroonies, and I think of Please Don't Destroy as trying to reverse engineer that success. And I'm not wild about their bits. There's been a few that absolutely have been very funny, but overall I have not been wild about their bits.
Yeah, I watched another movie, Babes or something it was called, recently.
What was it called?
Babes or something. A woman or two best friends, and then I think one of them get married and having kids, and then one of them gets she gets pregnant on a one night stand, and then that guy tragically dies, and then she's kind of left with the baby by herself. But the guy had no family, no nothing, so it's very much just her with the baby by herself.
Right.
But it was a comedy, it was a real comedy.
What was it?
I don't know. The same way I couldn't tell you. I watched it a couple of weeks ago, so I can't remember if there's anybody I recognised in it. But the same way with Don't Destroy, Please Don't Destroy, whatever. I only recognised Conan O'Brien,
Okay.
But I was going to say kind of at the same time though, I felt the other movie was trying to do some improv-y stuff as well. that just came off like just a little bit kind of like amateurish or something. I want to say,
Right.
It
Probably very hard to do, but it just feels because the timing of it's stilted because they're making shit up.
Yes.
It just feels.
And it's like kind of like, you look at the likes of Anchorman and stuff, and maybe if we rewatch Anchorman, it's kind of weak in places. But I kind of feel like these people are going on the back of like those type of guys' career, you know, and all those like really funny people, and then like the likes of Maya Rudolph and Kirsten Rigg and what's that other one? What's her name? She is absolutely hilarious.
Kate McKinnon.
Oh yeah. She's in Masterminds, and she's honestly one of the funniest parts. Have you ever seen Masterminds?
That's got Galifianakis,
Yes.
Kristen Wiig in it. Is
Yeah.
Kate McKinnon in that?
Yeah, and she is so funny in it.
Really?
She's brilliant. Well, I think she's funny anyway.
Yeah,
so I like
I think
her.
of Kate McKinnon as like a post-Wig era SNL edition.
Yeah,
But there's probably a little overlap. And the question, I guess, is was she doing things before she got an SNL? Like
welcome to Kilkenny.
138 kilometers to Cork.
Galaxy Day.
My eyes are falling heavy.
He's driving.
I'm yawning.
I can drive if you need to.
No, I'm all right. I just need good conversation.
Ooh, sorry.
Why? No, that's not a note. I just got to keep talking.
But how about we open all the windows?
No, that'll fuck up the sound.
What do you mean that will fuck up the sound? Does that
hate-
wake you up?
I hate this.
Oh, God.
Did your ears just pop?
Yeah, of course.
Weird.
So, yeah, but I just feel like kind of like, basically it's like they're just trying to do, it's like they watched SNL or Anchorman and then they're just trying to do their own thing, and it's just like, you're just trying to hit their energy. Just do it yourself. Just be natural. If you're funny or you probably are funny, just go for it. It's fine. But I just feel like kind of like, it's a little bit like convoluted. It's like when you watch kind of like when you're doing improv.
Thanks.
It's hard. It's a hard watch.
It's a hard watch.
It's a hard watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wise guy, eh?
Real wise guy. Any news this week? Was there any news? I know there was probably.
See, I'm in the driver's seat. Otherwise, I'd be googling some stuff. Just maybe check on like trailers or. So we talked about the Gladiator 2 trailer the other week. Did anything else happen trailer-wise? I mean, I sent in the trailer for John Woo's The Killer.
Oh, so I watched
Did
it
you
without
watch
the
the
sound.
trailer?
I watched it without sound because I saw it when you posted it. What?
Natalie Emmanuel is in it?
Eric Cantona is the only person I really
Was that
recognize.
Cantona?
Yeah, Eric
Okay,
Cantona. Yeah.
all right, that makes sense.
But is it a foreign language movie or?
It's definitely tied into the French.
Yes, but it looks like I like John Woo stuff. It looks so cheap and so bad, and then like most of the trailer, like any of the action stuff is like that's all from the one scene or the two scenes.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
And also like The Killer, we just had fucking David Fincher's Michael Fassbender, but if David Fincher's Michael Fassbender's The Killer.
Killer?
That's called Killer as well. And it's not like, look, I'm not saying that was the most creative name either. By all means, I'm sure there's loads of killers, but it's like, come on, you can do a better one,
Yeah, it really like there's shots in there where like she's walking down a street in like a trilby hat or
Yeah.
a fedora hat and a trench coat, trying to look like Carmen Sandiego or something.
But
And
even
it's so funny because you've got to be as an actor styled or dressed by a costume department, and you're like, this is going to look cool once they do the color grading and
I know, yeah, you have to
everything on it, and it's like, nope, this looks crap. I don't know what was supposed to happen, but it didn't happen, and I love crap.
Let's try to see if there's anything. But I know I was going to say though about that Killer movie. It also like there's a scene where she's like kind of, I would say like sliding down a rope or something like that. And it's just like, don't include that in your trailer. It looks awful.
There's a jump at one point where she's like shooting out to both sides while leaping towards the villain, I guess.
Yeah.
And like you can all but see the harness. as she's like lifted cruciform across the floor.
And I'm disappointed for John Woo, but I suppose, like, you know, like, I guess it feels like something that was shot like 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Is John Woo like kind of probably in his 60s at this stage, 70s?
70s, I would say. Let's Google that shit.
Yeah.
The moment, like, I was like on the fence looking at this TV movie looking piece of shit, and there was the key giveaway moment.
77.
This was Dross. 77.
He looks great though.
It's good for 77.
He looks great.
The moment I was like ready to just go, yeah, this is absolutely Dross, was the moment where she like comes up on her knees, spins around, and points a gun, and we see the gun, and it goes slow motion, and we follow the bullet. We follow the bullet out of the gun towards its target. It's like, oh my god, I haven't seen that since 2005.
Yeah.
I think the last time I saw that shit was probably Wanted, because the whole fucking premise of that movie was bullet bending, following bullets around the place.
Oh yeah.
What year was that? 2007?
2007, maybe 2008. I was actually reading the thing this morning about the different phases of the Marvel movies. Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, Phase 4, I think it is.
Right.
But it's just like, Iron Man was 2008.
Yep.
We're nearly coming up to 20 years.
Yeah.
That's scary. I know we're not close to it, like, you know, we're closer than we are far away.
Sure.
You know? But it's just meant that like, we've had 20 years of these movies. Kevin Feige is going to have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I mean, we could just as easily say we have 15 years.
15 years, yeah.
What's the maths on this?
Yeah, well, it is like 15 years or whatever, but it's like,
we're in year 16 now. Yeah.
Yes.
Holy fuck.
17.
We've had 16 years of Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Life is passing us by, right?
I think once your life stops being broken up by summer holidays, it's just one continuous blur.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Always telling myself, you know, once I get this thing done, then it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's always something.
Yeah. Oh, I can feel that meat sliding down my digestive tract.
Ooh, gross. He's talking about his burger.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, can't remember what we're talking about, but yeah. Any news this week? I'm just trying to think. Entertainment news. Anything we got? Anything
Did the Russos announce they're coming back to Marvel? Or was that a false?
I think they're in talks to. I don't know if they're actually going to.
Just confirm that there, I guess.
Yeah. Let me just see. There's a full trailer out for Beetlejuice apparently. There's a final trailer for Alien Romulus. Daisy Edgar-Jones does her best impression of Teresa Mannion to promote Twisters.
Right.
There is actually...
Don't take unnecessary journeys.
That was so ridiculous. Those About to Die, apparently very, very not good.
Oh,
Anthony Hopkins
really?
Apparently, people say whatever, don't they?
Yeah. Who was the man behind that?
Who was the man behind that? Who is the person? Given how we are now in a reality where Gladiator 2 is on the horizon with a Kildare native bang smack in the middle of the arena with Denzel Washington cheering him on, the likelihood of Those About to Die winning anyone over is slim to none. Oh, well, that's kind of going in there with a bias already, isn't it?
But it's like, it's not Coppola, is it? Stone, Oliver Stone. So somebody of that era, I think, is the guy behind Those About to Die.
It's a cool name.
Yeah.
Directed by Roland Emmerich.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
What do you mean you don't know who that is?
I don't know who that is. Just fucking.
What do you mean you don't know who that is?
Get out of here.
What do you mean you don't know who that is? One of the biggest filmmakers of the mid-90s to mid-2000s.
What did they make?
Independence Day.
Oh yeah, very good. Did they do The Mummy?
The Mummy?
Yeah.
No.
With Brendan Fraser, then I don't really care.
Roland Emmerich became the disaster movie guy, to 2012 and The Day After Tomorrow. Like he got caught in a cycle of making larger and larger world-destroying spectacles. It's interesting when filmmakers get stuck in a genre or
as typecast.
trope.
Yeah. Or
It's like, well, we want the next. We need bigger destruction from Roland. It's like, well, that's not. I wanted to tell human stories.
Best running you will, but in a disaster setting. What's your best disaster movie? What's your favorite disaster movie?
Disaster movie. That's interesting. I mean, look, Independence Day is an alien invasion movie rather than a disaster movie, right?
Dante's Peak, Volcano, Twister. They are awesome.
Yeah.
They're the only ones I can think of.
I think Armageddon was the one I liked. Does that count? It was from that era as well, right? What was the name of
I'm not going to give it to you.
What was the name of the one with Morgan Freeman and Elijah Wood that came out at the same time? It wasn't Armageddon, it was another...
The Core? That was good.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
It wasn't good.
The Core?
Yeah.
The one where they build a fucking digging train with Hilary Swank to core to the center of the earth?
What is the difference between that and building a thing to dig into a meteorite?
Just credibility and performance.
It wasn't Aaron Eckhart or whatever his name is
Aaron Eckhart, yes.
in the Core?
DJ Qualls.
Wasn't there another one like Sunshine or something?
Sunshine's cool. Sunshine's Danny Elfman. Not quite a disaster movie, but an interesting... I like Sunshine. I think it's underrated.
I need more disaster movies. Dante's Peak is great.
What is the name?
Dante's Peak.
What is the name of that fucking film?
Profit.
These movies doubled up with each other. So you got a volcano movie and a Twister movie and an asteroid movie, like in pairs, you know.
Yeah.
And there was Armageddon and there was Deep Impact. Is that the other one?
Deep Impact. Would it be? No, I do know what you're saying. Armageddon is one with Ben Affleck and Bruce Willis, right?
Yeah. Deep Impact. One with Morgan Freeman and Elijah Wood?
Maybe that is Morgan Freeman and Elijah Wood, yeah.
Oh, God. I think the difference between their success was an Aerosmith song, you know?
But you know what?
And Liv Tyler.
Well, look, they're both good things. Yeah, Deep Impact is
1997?
1998. 2
99.
hours, sci-fi action.
Do you not remember that?
No, I have to check it out again. Jon Favreau's in it. Oh yeah, Armageddon, Dante's Inferno, Geostorm I haven't seen, it's a newer one. Independence Day, Volcano, Day After Tomorrow, The Core, Moonfall I haven't seen, Independence Day 2 I haven't seen, Greenland I haven't seen, 2012, Twister, Contact, The Fifth Wave, The Perfect Storm. Oh, I did see The Perfect Storm, I think. I definitely saw the trailer in the cinema. Do you remember
The Core? Sorry, before we move away from it, The Core is the first time I ever saw the continuity announcer on RTE like being fucking tongue-in-cheek. Maybe they did a lot more of that after the fact, but it's the first time I've turned on RTE and said, this Friday, the Friday night movie is The Core. It's about these guys, and they're going to dig a hole. It's going to be, I swear it'll be good. Like, look, how could this be bad, guys? Look, I mean, it's got that woman from the next Karate Kid and the guy that played Two-Face. It's going to be great. Like, they were taking the piss out of their own programming. Yeah. And I was like, wow, okay,
hilarious.
That's interesting. I wonder whose idea was to, like, build this as a hate watch, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, remember the old I'm sure they still do, but yeah, that's kind of something I totally forgot. Like the indents coming up and being like, right now we have like
continuity.
Cracker of a Simpsons episode, followed up by Home and Away with Beach, Sun and Sand. What more do you want on your Friday afternoon? You know what I'm talking about? They do the website or whatever.
They used it was a voiceover, but before that, I don't know if you remember when it was actually a fucking person.
What I do remember on ITV, you used to have the fella who would come up. What's that? Buzzard?
It's a big old bird. Yeah.
An old buzzard.
It's a big old bird.
But there's more of them around, apparently. More death.
I don't know about UTV. I just remember the RT, the guy in the suit. Derek Davis? Is that a name?
That's ITV, don't know. Oh no, maybe that wasn't ITV. I remember Shirley Temple Bar doing bits of stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shirley Temple Bar.
Shout out to Shirley.
Oh yeah, Derek Davis. I do remember him. Yeah, he did it.
Yeah, blondie fella.
IT.
Now we've got Live at 3, and after that, Home and Away. What more could you be looking for on a Thursday afternoon?
That's all we have to say. And what more would you want? There was a lad who did it on ITV for years, and I never particularly liked him. He was a little bit like cocky and smug.
Right.
What's his name? That's him there, anyways.
It's an interesting idea that, like,
don't know his name, folks.
The continuity announcer being like, we're all watching telly together. You know, this is your mate recommending things.
Yeah. Good old.
Just to create a sense of community and shared experience.
Yeah.
What was that role?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you call that.
Do you remember at the end of the day when they used to turn off the TV?
Yeah, and then you just had that.
Yeah, the whole screen.
Yeah.
What the hell was the name for that again? There was a name for
standby screen. I don't know yet. But
there was a name for.
There was the one with the little girl and the.
Yeah, the chalkboard.
Yeah, like a kind of a weird ragdoll thing.
Yeah, what was the name? I fucking forget the name of, like, end of transmission, end of day, end of.
Yeah.
Listeners, write in if you can remember the name for that hour of the day when it was like you would say that, like, it was Watershed, which was after 9 o'clock or whatever, so that you could show more adult programming.
And then, like, kind of test card F.
But that was.
It's called a test card.
It's called a test card, yeah, but it would be when TV entered this phase called
EOT.
End of transmission. I'll find it out. So did you Google there whether or not the Russos are coming back?
MCU rumor roundup. Let's check it out. Avenger Angels. Can the Russo brothers return to rescue Marvel? MCU veterans in talks to return for Marvel epics Avengers 5 and Avengers Secret War. So they're in talks.
They need them.
They need them,
and they also need them like
we need them.
The problem is spreading them so thin, but they need them going, hey, everything else needs looking at also to lead to these things. Like, we need to pare way back.
Like, kind of, like, I'm just trying to think. I'll check out loud, sure. Do we know what MCU movies are coming up?
I don't know. I know that we've got Deadpool, Wolverine.
Yes.
And you could tell me anything else is coming next year, and I have no idea.
We know.
This Captain America.
Okay. Captain America, Fantastic Four are the ones we know are in production and are coming, right?
Yeah, I'm vaguely interested in Fantastic Four.
Vaguely?
Yeah.
I'm interested in Fantastic Four.
I've had 2 reboots of Fantastic Four. I've seen 3 iterations of Fantastic Four.
4 if you include the original cartoon, which I loved.
As I think I said to you before, we've had 5 iterations of Mr. Fantastic. Probably 6.
Okay, let's go.
I would say there's a Fantastic Four cartoon from the 60s or 70s that we're not quite aware of.
Well, I did watch some.
I would say there's a 1990s Fantastic Four cartoon.
Because the 60s one had Herbert or Hubert or whatever.
Yes, yeah, okay, so 100%. It had Herbie the robot.
Yeah, which I watched. I think it was instead of Human Torch.
Yes, I think they didn't want the fire character.
Yeah.
For kids' safety.
Yeah.
So they had. So we've had 2 voice actors play Mr. Fantastic. I'm just latching on to him.
Yeah.
Because then we had Owen Griffith, Miles Teller.
Oh, sorry, say that again.
Owen Griffith.
Yeah.
Miles Teller.
We had Owen Griffith in the
2 Fantastic Four movies.
Yeah, like 2003, 2005 or something like that.
We had the guy in the 90s one that I'm forgetting, who was in the Corman one.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Yeah,
sorry.
him.
We have him, then Owen Griffith, then Miles Teller.
Yeah.
And then
now
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski, yeah.
And now Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal is the 7th Mr. Fantastic
Four. And like, look, those original Fantastic Four movies, like we'd say the original, like not excluding the 1994 one, like
the three,
the Jessica Alba one, say.
Okay, the two of those.
Yeah, like kind of. I'm not gonna say that I even thought they were like great movies at the time,
but they weren't wrong tonally.
No,
kind of.
And they were also enjoyable. Like they were kind of like there was some kind of. Like, there was aspects of it I did enjoy. Like, it was, to be honest, they were kind of fun movies. Like, a man's portrayal of, I was going to say Horatio Hornblower. Isn't that Horatio Hornblower?
Yes, Owen Griffith.
Yeah. His portrayal of Mr. Fantastic, like, I didn't hit.
No.
Like, completely fine.
All of the characters were correct.
Jessica Alba, I thought, is a great Invisible Woman. She might have been underserved by the writing and the kind of, like it might have been, fucking redundant in hindsight and all that kind of stuff, looking back at it and stuff.
Sure.
But like, Chris Evans was a good Human Torch, like.
Yeah, well, Chris Evans is just was a ball of energy in the days,
Yeah, and he's
very charismatic.
Attractive jock guy,
Yeah.
But
I'm kind of anxious about that. I think the guy they've cast to play the Human Torch has the same old guy energy as the 1994 the Human Torch.
Do you think so? Yeah.
I do. I think, because, I think Stranger Things got him the part.
You know what, though? Billy in Stranger Things I thought would have been better.
But I think Stranger Things got him as, a slacker that, came good as a hero.
Yeah.
But you cut that guy's hair and the hairline recession is huge.
Yeah,
and
bro.
He looks...
I saw him in that. Well, I didn't watch it, but the Quiet Place movie.
He looks 40.
Yeah. How old is he under?
Let's find out.
Carcast.
Cast your votes now inside your own little heads as to how old Eddie from Stranger Things actually is. High school student Eddie from Stranger Things.
His name is Joseph Quinn.
Joe Quinn.
Joe Quinn.
Joe Quinn's up.
He is 30 years old.
30. So, there you go. Like I said, a Hollywood 30 is a 40-year-old man. That doesn't make sense. I apologize. I withdraw the statement. He could play 40, though.
He could play 40.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope they're not going to try and tell me he's a 20-year-old hotshot kid. Again, because he was young in that fucking Stranger Things.
You know what's terrible? When I think back of, we're saying the Fantastic Four talk. Because we're in the Fantastic Car.
Fantastic Car.
I never bought...
Seats 4.
I never bought the Fantastic Car as kind of
bathtub.
I never bought it as much as I like the Quinjet or the Blackbird.
Oddly enough, let me think this through. The Fantastic Car, the bathtub thing, that was pure 60s simplified design. Again, it was just a interconnecting bathtub,
modular thing.
Very simplistic for the artist to the magical thinking that there'd be any sort of science fiction that would allow these completely unaerodynamic things to fly. I guess there's a thought process there that of course it's science fiction. These things are so technologically advanced, they can just be this rudimentary looking, but also they're simple to draw. There's the second wave Fantastic Car though that had the bathtubs. Crap.
Yeah, I had a toy of the bathtub for sure.
Yeah, and then there was a version from the 90s cartoon that was more like that. Yeah, the sort of modular jet thing. The Quinjet as well. I never thought much of the Quinjet. Defining what that is. The Blackbird is its own fucking thing, and it's cool just because it's a real fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The shape, the profile, the silhouette of that, it's phenomenal. Great piece of aviation engineering. Oh God.
But no, look, I was just going to say, then you had the Miles Teller version, which
I watched it once and I couldn't tell you anything about
I saw it in the cinema. I saw it by myself.
it. Me too.
Uh,
Empty theatre?
empty theater, bro. Absolutely empty.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Look, the sun's out. You can feel
Sun's
it.
out, buns out,
But empty theater.
fingers in.
Well, I can't even remember. Aside from the thing, because like it's most obvious. Like I can't remember how this is the Invisible Woman used her invisible powers. I can't remember how the Human Torch looked. I can't remember how Mr. Fantastic Stretching looked. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Like I don't remember. I know what the thing looked like. Did one version of that have like his Willy in it or something? What was it that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He hung out with his rock out.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Or else definitely they removed what looked like good bits from the trailer that weren't in the movie. I like the guy who played the thing. He's definitely like
That's
underrated
Billy Elliot,
actor.
right?
Yeah, he's underrated, but it would have been a great cast. I think genuinely would have been like, not the worst cast.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
Everyone in it's a good actor.
Yeah, I'm not mad about my seller. Something about yeah.
The point is,
I am looking forward to Fantastic Four, the new one.
is that 25?
I believe so. I can't. That's going to get pushed back though, right?
I don't know. So the suggestion is then we have a Captain America movie in February and a Fantastic Four movie in summer?
Possibly. But that's it though. Like kind of like I don't know any other movies that are coming out. Can you think of any?
Listen, we can pull up their roadmap. We're back on the Marvel buzz. They've got their roadmap. I'd love to see it. Like 3 years ago, this is the plan for the next 10 years. Like X-Men. Look, there you go.
Thunderbolts.
Oh God, yeah.
That's the one really. Because like Blade probably not happening. Ironheart, Daredevil, Agatha, they're all movie or TV shows.
Blade?
Well,
These
like,
are probably not happening.
Blade's probably not happening. Yeah, bro, and then Fantastic Four, Avengers, Kang Dynasty if it happens. Yeah, look, there's not much going on. Undoubtedly, they'll probably make some sort of Hulk.
I think part of what killed this is it's the Kang dynasty of it all, isn't it? They were working towards it, and now they need to
They need to pivot. You know what? I think it's more the fact that they went kind of just completely rogue and did like Shang-Chi and Eternals, and there was no follow through or follow up or.
Well, there was the idea that between the fucking, between Miss Marvel's wristband and the 10 rings and.
Or was that just fans talking, or was that actually?
They were playing with the why these rings come from wherever and are this old, and the fucking Star Fox or whatever his name is appearing at the end of the Eternals. There was a sense that they were starting to tie some things together. Do you remember Charlize Theron at the end of that Doctor Strange movie?
Harry Styles at the end of Eternals,
Yeah.
Charlize Theron at the end of Doctor Strange, that guy at the end of Thor, Love and Thunder, Hercules.
Oh my God! Yeah, Hercules.
Who else was there?
But that's the wild shit of this.
That's what's
Right?
killing me. Yeah.
Anytime there was a character revealed prior to that, in the first phase 1, phase 2, they knew what they were going to do with that character.
Yeah.
And also, it wasn't as straightforward as here's a glimpse of a character. It was, the hammers landed in fucking Arizona. It was almost a clip from the next movie. It was ready to go. We knew where we were going. Anyway, we're lamenting Marvel again. Alien Romulus. Have you any interest in another Alien movie?
I don't.
Let me get this straight. Someone's going to stumble upon a xenomorph egg.
Beautiful.
Yeah, get a shot of that. Get that shit in 4K. We're passing through a glen, I think is the only way to describe it. We're rolling through a Howerton.
Do I have any interest? Not really, bro. Like, to be honest, I kind of, it's become so far detached from the original kind of, spirit of Alien that, like, do I care? I like Alien 1 and 2, I have to say.
Yeah, but the thing of it is, I don't know. Is a teenager going to watch Alien Romulus and think this thing's amazing? It's just the fact that, like, I'm on my 6th time watching somebody stumble upon a xenomorph egg.
Yeah.
People be surprised by the reveal that there's a xenomorph.
Yeah, a chest buster.
Oh my god, it's a thing!
Hugger.
And then, like, there's only so many times you can see people be shocked by the process. And then a crew of people get slowly eaten, and then one person survives. Tell me this is wrong. Tell me this is different.
Yeah, I haven't even watched the trailer, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like if there's an audience for them and they do well and people like them, like, fair. I don't begrudge them, but I don't think it's for me. I don't think I'm going to be going to the cinema to watch it.
I begrudge them. Fuck it.
Fair.
Waste of time.
Yeah.
Your $200 million to make this movie is eating up the budget that could go to other people making good movies.
Norby loves them. Norby watches Prometheus, I'd say once a year, if not a handful of times a year.
All right.
He loves Prometheus.
I can't get over there's a couple of stupid moments in Prometheus for me. There's great things. Oh, does that cloud look like a horse?
It does.
Yeah.
Oops.
Does that cloud look like a headless horseman?
It kind of does.
Yeah.
There's motion in it. It's actually beautiful. But God, we can tell we don't get that much.
Huh?
You can tell we don't get that much.
Look at these clouds. Very swirly.
Swirly. Wasn't there like a?
I looked at you.
That's okay.
We had a bit of space there, but I just sort of safety panicked.
Yeah, it's okay. Wasn't there a TV show called Romulus or something? Or wasn't there like a alien TV show recently?
Alien?
Or maybe it was just
a TV show with aliens?
I don't know. I thought your Man from Vikings was in it.
Oh, Raised by Wolves.
Is that? Well, yeah. Was that a tie into the Alien franchise?
No.
Okay, separate completely.
I think Ridley Scott was involved.
Okay, that's it then. I kind of I'm not, like I said, I'm not a part of the Alien fandom.
Right.
Tattooing, particularly when I started.
Because of Geiger.
Oh man, like kind of, he's so popular in tattooing.
Yeah.
He was for a long time, but he still is. I don't know if the younger generation of tattooers are coming up, kind of looking at Geiger and stuff, but certainly, kind of, maybe the few tattooers a little bit ahead of me were,
Yeah.
And I was just exposed to a lot of Geiger.
I hear you.
Exposed being the how would you say the word?
I think I'm going to have to pull over in a bit and get some air. We'll walk around.
Yeah, it's like roasting.
Yeah, I don't know how long we've been driving since the last we stopped, but
3 hours.
What?
No, it's not. It's 3 o'clock now.
What time did we leave?
One-ish.
One-ish.
Um,
I saw a clip of Evil.
Oh yeah.
Demons?
Yeah, it's like no, like when I was watching it, it hadn't got there yet. I only watched a handful of episodes.
Okay.
I won't stick with it. I'm not really interested. But
4 seasons.
4 or 6 or something like that. Yeah, 4 is it? Yeah. But yeah, I started rewatching Jessica Jones the other day.
Oh yeah.
I think I only watched
a lot of sitting on fucking fire escape for the camera.
Say again?
A lot of sitting on fire escape for the camera and drinking.
Yeah. Emer is going like, is she just a creep? Why is she creeping on the guy? It's like, you just have to watch it.
A bit of a creep.
It's a bit of a creep.
Evil came up because I know you mentioned it a couple of podcasts ago, and I had just seen a TikTok of like, middle of 2024, here's what just got cancelled. And the list of shows that was like, after 3 seasons, this has been cancelled. After 5 seasons, this has been cancelled. After 4 seasons, this has been cancelled. I'm looking at these shows going, are these shows? I've never heard of any of these.
I've seen videos like that before, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, multiple seasons, I've never heard of any of them. This one is just surprised because like, the actors in that, and I've never heard of it.
What was the show that was huge on Amazon? It was like 5 seasons of them. It was one word, like hunch or munch or brunch or...
Oh, Bosch.
There's like 5 seasons of Bosch, and then the season of a show called Before Bosch. It was just more Bosch.
Mental. I've never seen any of it.
I've never seen any of them.
We'll watch it when we retire.
Yeah.
It seems appropriate.
Save it for when I got polio.
Yeah. That's for guard use only.
That's what the guards are placing up there.
But they're not the guards.
Are they not?
Aren't they privatized?
I don't know.
I believe so. Aircom.net. That's an old email address.
Huh?
That transport company had aircom.net as their email address.
Nice.
That's an old one.
How has the weather got so good all of a sudden? How has my voice got so high?
Because we're going south, boy.
There's a mobile speed camera ahead.
Too late.
Too late.
We're fucked. First and ever last Carcast.
The other thing I did, I mentioned a couple of episodes ago that I went to a mass audition for news check sketches. The comedy,
Yes.
Instagram, social media thing. They got in touch with me last week, and I went out and shot a sketch with them.
Yes, I saw that.
So
Elaborate.
It's fun.
And when will it be online?
It should be online. What day is it now? It should be online Tuesday this coming week. So I can say that. The sketch is called Run Club.
It's called what?
Run Club was the
Run
name
Club?
of the sketch, and
Yeah.
it's like 2 lads after a night out going, Jesus, I'm tired, I'm hanging and whatever, and there's like a sound in the distance, and they go, what the hell is that? And then people start running by, and they go, what are they running from? And it's like, oh my God, we found ourselves in the middle of a run club, and we're just suddenly surrounded by knobs, and just they're going on about their PBs and their 10Ks and their new Hoka shoes, and just a lot of run clubby nonsense, and it's very silly, and we scare them away with cans and unhealthy food.
Excellent.
It's very goofy, but it was great. It was a nice bit of fun.
That's excellent, bro. Congrats. And will that lead to more things?
I don't know. I hope so. I think it's like, I'm very pleased that like they did the audition and then they did like the very next sketch. They were like, let's call your man. I'm like, cool. You know,
Yeah, that's great.
It's kind of good, right?
Yeah. I mean, low bar when it comes to improv, but you can celebrate it.
Whoa, okay.
You can celebrate it, buddy.
Unless there was something shot before me, but I felt like it was like pretty quick turnaround on like, let's get your man in and we do a sketch.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, like, either way.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And then the next day I went to, they held a writer's room for like some Garda-based comedy content, and we were just pitching like random
Savage, man.
Garda-based sketches. There was a lot of people, a lot of sketches pitched. It was a very fun evening. I really hope to do more with them. They're fun. It would be funny if they get a lot of like Garda-based sketch show going. I don't know that they will. I don't mean that to be at all negative. I mean that to be a little more vague because I'm not sure how much they want out in the world.
Yeah,
like, it's just one idea they've got percolating, I guess.
Yeah, just like if anything, it's just like it's a warm or it's getting stuff going, so moving. Very cool. Whoa!
Do you see where that hit?
I didn't.
Okay. That's why we have these windshields.
That's why we have windshields.
Yeah.
There is a parking space in 2 kilometers.
Up there.
No, it felt more like it hit my side by the sounds of it.
That little crack is...
Imagine that it was... No, I can't
Was
see.
that little crack there?
I don't know, buddy. I don't know.
I think it
Probably was.
was. And my mind's just become blind to it.
Yes.
Now it's all I can see, though.
Fair.
Fuck. Well, I'm not buying any windscreen.
Nah. Sure. 99.9% of the rest of it's fine.
Fierce warm altogether.
Just fierce warm.
I don't want that. I want like a services.
Oh, services.
Services. Looking to be serviced. Oh god. Next week on Friday is the Bing Bong comedy show in Smock Alley.
Are you and Marika going to go to it?
We are, yeah. It looks like it's going to be fun. It's what's going to become my sort of birthday drinky evening.
Mm-hmm.
I know I mentioned that to you previously,
Yes.
but I do understand that like pitching you a fucking comedy show ahead of it is like a bit much now, and by the time we get out of the comedy show, that'll be a bit late. So there's no obligation there. Also, I started asking people, going like, "Hey, I was thinking of doing drinks for my birthday here," and everyone was just like, "Oh, I can't free that day, and I'm not free this day, and I'm not free whatever." And then I would imagine a fair amount of people I asked are actually going to be at this comedy show.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got like weird about going, well, I can't just like piggyback on this event and go, oh, and it's my birthday. So I'm not really doing anything.
You complicate a lot.
Yeah. Marika's like, how many of your friends have you invited to your birthday? I'm looking forward to it. And I'm like,
I'll go.
no,
I'll go.
I don't expect it.
No. Look. I'll don't worry.
No, I don't.
I'll go out of pity.
Oh,
Honestly, don't worry about it.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. As long as it's out of pity and not out of like a
Friendship
sincere
or
expectation.
yeah,
that
or
I'm like,
obligation.
yeah.
No, it's more out of pity than obligation.
Okay.
To be fair.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. But next Friday we're going to go see Daredevil or Deadpool and Wolverine, which I'm looking forward to.
Daredevil.
I know. Sorry. So many apparently spoilers online.
I also can't believe there's like their own account is still putting shit up, and I'm like, stop spoiling the movie.
Yeah.
Stop. Like, there's things that I've seen already in quasi announcements and half statements that I'm like, that would have been real fun to experience out of nowhere in the cinema.
I've kind of really put the blinkers on.
Yeah.
I will reduce my internet shortage to the bare essentials.
I think the assumption is that like the average cinema goer will see one or two of these things, and it'll spur them to go to the movie.
Yeah.
Whereas the fucking total nerd like us sees all of them, and then we see everything that's in the movie.
Yeah.
And then nothing in the movie is a fucking surprise anymore. Like, I want surprises. I want to enjoy a movie for the first time, not knowing what's going to happen. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Like the fact that I know that, and have known for
Careful now.
the longest time, one or two cameos in it, it's just like, oh, that's a bit annoying.
Yeah. I've got some information. I'm not even going to say them here, but like,
don't. Have you ever heard of raw dogging?
yes, I have.
And raw dogging on aeroplanes?
Doesn't matter where you are. Raw dogging's raw dogging.
Fair. Actually, you know what? I was going to say I'm raw dogging right now, but I'm not.
No.
I'm not raw dogging because I'm talking to you.
Wait, what are we talking about?
And I have refreshments. So there's a new thing now, and it's like raw dogging on flights, long haul flights. So no water, no food, no phone, no TV, no movies, no entertainment, no books, no nothing.
I don't believe no water.
But this is the thing. So like it's another one of those like fucking breathing exercises.
I saw this.
Ice baths.
There's no way people are going like a 14-hour flight without water.
Bros are probably just being like, like it was so funny because I was reading an article and they were saying like how there was one woman said, yeah, fuck it, I'll raw dog, and then like kind of the first hour the things that she was like expressing and feeling, and then 2 hours and it's just kind of like it literally like you're having these existential crisis thoughts an hour into not using your phone, drinking, or you know what I mean, like and having to just think to yourself like, oh my god. Obviously, but he fucking clickbaity article shite. But like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, why could you just like, why bother? What the fuck? If you're like so desperate to fucking have no stimulation whatsoever, just sit at home.
I was laughing at it this morning because I'm fucking asleep on the couch, and in the middle of the night, the cat threw up on the floor in the living room.
Oof.
And I was just like, fuck it, I'll clean it in the morning. And she sees it and goes, oh, I'll get it. And like, she can't bend down and she's limited arm mobility. So she basically just half wipes things with a kitchen towel. And I'm like, don't do that. Because if you do that, I don't know where the vomit was. And I want to spray it with a cleaner and wipe it completely. And so it's just like, just leave it. And I'm like asleep on the couch. Just leave it, I'll do it in a minute. And she was like, careful now, don't be short with me. You know, she was like, don't be getting angry at me. Don't start a fight. And she went, I have to live too. I'm going around here without the telly on because of you. And she had been downstairs for 5 minutes maximum. It was 5 to 8 I was going to get up. I know she was thinking like, I'm going to go the whole morning here because he's lying in or something. But it was like, I'm going on without the television for you. It's like, you just come downstairs and you haven't walked into the living room and immediately turned on the television to the sound of a British fucking morning show.
But also,
and it's been 5 minutes and you think this is a sacrifice.
But also,
because you don't want to have your own thoughts.
You're telling, yeah, but it's like, you're also fucking telling Baby that, you know, as long as you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, you've also kind of have put me in this position to sleep on the couch. You know what I mean? When she says to Baby, like, when they were getting drunk and she was like, oh, you're going to stay here forever and blah, blah.
I mean, she's, whatever. Anyway, sorry. Raw dogging. Yes, people are completely and utterly addicted to their
phones,
devices. And the other side of that is,
I don't know if I'm completely and utterly addicted to it. I think I'm as
addicted as the next man.
Yeah, next person.
But I just mean that, like, okay, there's a very slight shift of definition that takes the sort of broiness of the word raw dogging and turns that just into meditation or introspection, like just a little.
Well, you're raw dogging life with no.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's just like it's like what was the fucking like Mansturizer, which is like moisturizer for men. You know, like men can't have moisturizer; they have to bro it up. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, okay.
Like Mand-Aids, it's like bandages for men. Like, it's just a weird rebranding of things to make it somehow palatable for a generation or an audience or whatever. It's like, first of all, I think it's lunatic. I think raw dogging on like a 14-hour flight is like, life is too fucking short to stare at the back of a fucking seat for 14 hours.
Yeah, I'd fall asleep.
If there's a movie, if there's food, if there's sleep to be had, just fucking do that. Why have you got to be such fucking weirdos?
Yeah, like honestly, if you're in a situation, you're just like, I just want to raw dog life now and do this fucking 14-hour flight, whatever. It's just like, you know what? There's easy things to do. Just go to therapy.
I don't even fucking know. All I know is just like an airplane is a long haul flight is a great place to watch some shitty movies you haven't watched before.
Yeah.
Read a book, go to sleep, drink some booze. That's not that like.
I've done those flights a handful of times, like over 24 hours, you know, kind of South Africa, Brazil, whatever.
Right.
There's no way in fucking hell, you know, I could just sit there and do nothing.
No.
Like, kind of,
Why?
I wouldn't sit and do nothing for a 14-hour period in any capacity anywhere.
Yeah.
You know? Prison. Just go to prison. Commit a minor offense and get locked in jail.
So what would be worse to you right now? Raw dogging or talking to me for an extended period of time?
Raw dogging.
Raw dogging would be worse.
Yeah, I could have played into it there and given you a sick burn, but I do like talking to you for the most part.
And that's sweet.
Hey,
it's a Ford Ranger.
It's a Ford Ranger.
Ranger
Danger.
Oh, I've been here.
Where, Cork?
I've been everywhere, man.
Great
Across the river there, man.
Exit the round. In 50
Silence.
meters at the roundabout, take the first exit onto the M8
Shut them
route
up.
to Cork. In 100
Is that me or you?
at the roundabout,
Oh, sorry.
take the fourth exit and stay on Moore Park Road, R6.
Let's just stop at this services to get a little walk, little air, little water, little...
Oh, beautiful doggy.
Beautiful ducky.
We're going to take a brief intermission. Join us after the breaks, folks, where we'll be discussing all things
What will we be discussing?
Oh, I don't know.